Hey yo, it's me GD, and we're back with some more sparking zero information. So yesterday there was a bunch of clips because of this dude Edgar. He posted like the whole story mode, the what ifs. He was just spoiling everything for everyone. Bandai just had to step in, strike them down, and everything. I'm like, oh lord, a lot was going on. He spoiled the opening, but we're not gonna be talking about any of those major spoilers. We're just gonna be talking about this little clip that we saw of the ranked mode DP system. Because I've had questions about this. Shout out to this dude for capturing this clip. X Skits, you could check him out. He has the original video. But yeah, we're gonna be looking at the DP system and giving my thoughts on it. So let's get straight into it, because I had a lot of questions about the DP system. You know, a lot of people speculated that we're gonna have 20 points to mess around with, but no, we actually have 15. But like, check this out. So yeah, we have 15, and you're gonna see that a lot of the Z fighters are now like reduced by 1. So like, we got Great Apes for 5, God for 7, Blue for 8. Ultimate Gohan is still 7. You know, that's my original main, so I had to look at that. I don't know if he should be 7 though, like for real. I think he should have been reduced to 6, but that's just my thought. Him and Super Saiyan 2, same level. So Yamcha, I think, been reduced. If I remember, he was a 4 cost. So Tien, you know, quote unquote stronger, supposedly. Well, I think Yamcha is stronger in the game. I don't know. See, you got, yep. That's, you know what's crazy? Because like, this is where like the DP system is messed up. Because you have someone like Vegito and Gogeta, who's all 7s, and Ultimate Gohan is not on that level. He's just not. And like, I was even talking to Grandmaster Hawk the other day, you know, when he was doing coaching. He's like, yeah, Ultimate Gohan, you know, he covers the basics, but he has nothing special. So it's like, he's viable, but he's not like tournament viable, like these guys. And just like, to be on the same level with the fusion is still crazy, because you know, these fusions, they can level up into Super Saiyans, right? You have Vegito, he could go into his Super Saiyan form and into his blue form and become better characters. So you could always start up the game with 7 and become one of these characters, because you know, essentially transformations are different separate characters. Same thing with Gogeta. So it's like, that might be the new meta, man. So like, I might have to switch on my main, bro. Like, I've always been an Ultimate Gohan main. You see, there we go, 10 cost. Yep, Gogeta still being a 10 cost. Both of them. Okay, we got some freezes. Oh, we got a couple 2 costs right here. Vidal caught me. Let me see. Ooh. So Pan is 3. Yajirobe is 2. Oh, we got a, yep, Hercule still being 1 cost. So like, if you have that 1 extra DP you could spend, you know, just throw in Hercule. Ooh, being a 4 cost. Now that's interesting. Oob and Majub, you could turn into Majub, and Pan being 3. But Oob might be like a sleeper. Oob might be a sleeper. Let's keep watching it. Cyberman being 2. But yeah, he's been reduced then. A lot of people being reduced. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. The Ginyu Force got reduced because all these people were 4. So, I mean, I guess to fit the 15 cost. So if anyone's making a 5-man team, this is your 5-man team, the Ginyu Force. Because now Ginyu got reduced from 5 to 4. Berta, Raccoon, Jace, they got all reduced to 3 now. 1 point. Golda got he also got reduced by 1 point. Now he's 2, and there you go, 15. So yeah, that's a 5-man team. So we have 2 different versions of 17, the Z, and I'm guessing Super, 5 and 6. Wow. And we all know that Android 17, that's another character, so that's actually pretty good. A good mid-tier. Oh, baby. Ape, probably one of the best apes, 7. And you know what, baby might end up being another sleeper kill, because you know, you can start off with 5 and transform into his later forms, and that's actually a good thing. Same thing with Ka, but he's another 5, another sleeper kill, sleeper character. And then yeah, he goes scrolls up. Actually, hold on, let me go back here and see, and that some more fives. See, these are super fives, and I'm gonna get into this. Like, super characters might be able to break armor, which is gonna be very important in the meta for people who pick Broly and Great Apes. Like, how much hits do they take to break armor? We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, Rebrand Squad being 5, the Wolf being 5, Dispo being 6. These are kind of cheap. They might be sleeper options. And Zyla being however you say his name is, he's 8. He's gonna be, I guess, the best giant in the game. We're gonna have to see. Cause I know I kind of do want to pick giants, but I don't know yet. But yeah, Hit. He's another character that I've been spotting, because I might want to main him too. He's gonna be 8. But yes, looking at all this, I have some thoughts. We're gonna have to reevaluate all the teams that we made before, because all of us made teams around a 20 DP cost. But now, knowing that it's gonna be 15, we're gonna have to strategize a little bit more. So let's get into that now. Like, how's the meta gonna like change? So I have a couple of speculations for myself. So it's gonna all come down to either if you want to do quality over quantity, quantity over quality, or just 3-man team. So like, I think most people will do a 3-man team. Let me explain. So you can either go the route of just filling up this whole roster with a 5-man squad, like the Ginyu Force, right? So let's go through the pros and cons about like having a team full of mid tiers, or maybe you want like 2 top tiers, or maybe you want a well-balanced 3-man squad. So the pros with having a 5-man squad now, right? Let's say the Ginyu Force. You're gonna have a higher total health cost, because essentially the average character has 3 bars, and the only person who's gonna have 2 is gonna be Goldo. So it's gonna be 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 2 with Goldo. That's 14 total health bars. So you're gonna have a total amount of health bars, to surpass your opponent. Your opponent's gonna have to win more interactions to really take you out. While another pro is gonna be, you're able to switch out more, because you have a whole full roster. Let's say I'm fighting with Berta, I could just fight with Raccoon now. Wait for Berta to heal up, and then Berta gets a little beat up. I can switch again, and I can keep cycling using switch tech and everything else, and just like being healed up. So that's one thing about having a 5-man team that's really good. Alright, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows having a 5-man squad. Like, I want to talk about the cons now. It's like, for the cons, I would say is, you're gonna have a team full of mid to low tiers. So, you can't really face super armored characters like Broly and the Giants, because you will be facing that, especially Broly. Broly day 1 is gonna have a lot of players using him, and like, if you have a weak matchup against super armor, you're doing yourself a disservice by not having anyone to break that armor. So it's gonna be no one to really break Broly's armor, and Broly's gonna like maybe fly by 3 of your characters when you actually finally take him out. And then you actually take him out, you're only stuck with 2 low tiers, and they still have a good decent mid tier on their team, and you're gonna be doing yourself a disservice. So against other regular teams you might do well, but you just gotta keep in mind you're gonna have a weak matchup. So once you run into that super armored team, it's not gonna be looking good for you. Another con to think about is like, your damage output is not gonna be the best, because everyone does some good damage in this game, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the top tier damage is gonna be locked away from the high cost characters. There's some exceptions, of course, and even like someone like Cyberman could do crazy damage with his ultimate. There's exceptions, but for the most part, that's how it works. And like, on the other end of the spectrum, you got, let's say you want to make a 2-man team, for example. Let's say you want to make a team, you could do a team like Jiren and Hit, right? Let me see. Alright, so looking back at it, no, not Jiren and Hit, because I see that Jiren is freaking 8. That's 8 and 8, that's 16. So You could do someone like Jiren and God Vegeta, for example. That's a 15 man. That's a 15.2 man team. So basically 2 top tiers on one team. So now the pros with having that is you have 2 characters with high damage output. You're gonna be shredding. But yeah, defensively, you're gonna be having a tough time because switching is gonna be like, okay, let's say you get clipped by a Kamehameha, you want to switch out to heal, and then you get clipped again. Now you just gotta switch up to the guy who just got beat up. You don't have like, because you're only cycling between 2, so you don't really have anyone else to fall back on to really take advantage of healing and really switch techs like that. And then like you're also gonna be having, you know, a less total health cost, obviously. You know, the top tiers, you know, most of the top tiers do have 4 health. So let's say you have 2 top tiers with 4 and 4. Say maybe Jiren and Gogeta might have 4. Does Jiren have 4? I don't remember honestly, but let's say you have 4 and 4. That's 8 against like the 4-man Ginyu Force, who's gonna have 14 freaking bars. You're gonna have a lot more fighting. Sure, your damage output is better. You're gonna have less switching. Well, you can switch just as much, but you're switching between the 2 characters, not really taking advantage of healing, as I said, and then you still have a bit less total health cost. You're going to be having like 8 bars, the most, rather than the other team having 14 bars. So yeah, I think the 2-man team, the 2-man top tier, it could do damage if you're a defensively strong player, because defensively you're not going to be taking like advantages of it, like having healing or health bars. So yeah, if you're defensively weak, do not use this team. Do not use this team. If you're good with the vanishing and the Z counters, then sure, you'll be shredding. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think a 3-man team will most likely be most beneficial for most people, and the average person might have 3-man team. Me myself might have a 3-man team. But a 3-man team, you're gonna be like having a jack of all trades. You're gonna be taking the pros from both, but you know, you could take advantage of like healing your squad up, and then take advantage of having like a decent total health bar. You know, let's say you have you might have like three mid strong characters, so that's 3, 6, 9. Maybe base Gogeta has 4, let's say, so 3, 6, 10. That's still decent. You might have like 10 bars. So you could hold your own defensively, and you still have like a top tier to hold your own. Let's say someone does have a Broly on the team, just save your top tier for the Broly or for the Great Ape, and you know, just fight with your mid tier characters in the meantime. So I feel like with a 3-man squad, you can't go wrong. And then remember, you also have transformations. So let's say you are someone like Kaba, you have someone like Kaba in your team who could transform into the Super Saiyan 2. You'll be able to break armor in like maybe 2 hits, because I think Super Saiyan 2 level you could break armor in like 2 hits. 2 hits or so. But yeah, and then that's great. And that's also like saying you don't use your skill points in matches a lot. You know, this game is really gonna be about your skill consumption, like just like how you use your bars wisely. You know, like how Naruto Storm, you have to really use your substitution gauge wisely. Even in Xenoverse, you have to use your stamina bar wisely. So if you're like one of those players that can use skill count wisely, then you know, you'll be fine. And like, as long as you have a good Z counter and a good vanish timing, you'll be straight, because you won't be needing like the skill count for doing like reverse counters. I think those reverse counters are really made for beginners. I mean, we'll see as you know, time go on, but I think most veterans is probably not going to be using like the reverse counter, to be honest, because that's 2 skills. We need our skills to do better things, like we need to like maximum charge, or you know, our actual skill moves, or even transforming. So I feel like if you are like defensively good with Z counters and vanishing, then you can take advantage of having a transformation unit and going into a better character. So, but yeah, so I feel like three mid tiers and transforming into the top you know, like a top tier, like let's say you have base Vegeta and then the Super Vegeta transform into the God Blue or Red, you know, mid match as time progresses. Yeah, I think the 3-man might be the best way to go. But who knows? Like, I want to try all 3 for myself. I want to try a 3-man team, or you know, you could do a 4-man team too. Technically, like you go Ginyu, you could go like Raccoon Birder, SSG Goku or Vegeta, which is 7, like Super Saiyan God is 7, and then Goldo, that's 4. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you guys can see like the character cost too. But yeah, here's the character cost. But yeah, now that we don't have 20 cost system no more, you know, this is really gonna limit the options of, you know, things that we could put and things that we thought. So now you're just gonna have to reevaluate your teams. But you know, this is a good thing. So now you can reevaluate your team ahead of time and see, you know, what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, your play style. But yeah, this is a very good video. This is what I really wanted the whole time. This is what I was waiting for. This is a W video, man. But yeah, let me know what kind of teams you guys gonna make down in the comments below. You know, like, subscribe, whatever. And yeah, it's been your boy GD. I'm out, man.